This wow this week is called Show Me, Don't Tell Me. And as you know, this is the first rule of good writing. You don't want to say that a character is honest or trustworthy. You want to demonstrate that they are. And this comes up quite a bit in the job interview situation. What I'll see is that people will send a cover letter saying, you know, I'm a real go-getter, but then they never call to follow through demonstrating that they are, in fact, a real go-getter. So, you know, what would a go-getter look like? The other day, I walked out of Grand Central Station, and there were two young people there, and they were dressed in business suits, and they had, in addition to handing out copies of their resume, they had their resumes blown up on poster boards, and they had YouTube videos that were resumes as well. And I was like, okay, I dig. Like, these are real go-getters. So that's just one way to demonstrate that. Another thing that I have heard from HR people is that people will often say, you know, they'll write and they'll say, I'm very committed to working for you. And what HR directors are doing is they're stopping the interviews halfway through, whether they think this is true or not, and they're saying, you know, I just don't really think that you're the right fit for this job. And what they're telling me is that a lot of candidates say, well, you know, I really didn't think so either, but I just thought I would come in. Really, how not to wow. So don't do that. What your answer to that is, I can see how you might think that given my alternate experience, etc., but if I may, I'll take you through my thinking one more time. Another example I heard recently was of a candidate who went out on a lunch interview, and he had really been talking a lot about his laser focus and his dedication. And then while his host was paying the check, he got out his phone and started returning calls. Hello. What I understand from the HR director was he went from the top of the list to the bottom of the list, because that was not an active demonstration of his laser focus. So, Albert Schweitzer said, example is not the main thing, it is the only thing. And nowhere is this more true than in a job interview situation.